A lot of you have heard the hype around short-term rentals and are wondering how to run a short-term rental so you can cash in on this massively lucrative game. And if that's you, you want more information to get launched, you're in the right place. Let's go. Hey there, my name is Mike Fritz. I'm the founder of Titanium Capital Investments and Power Up Real Estate. My greatest passion is helping people just like you create financial freedom through multifamily real estate investing. And the most important thing that every single one of us investors do is create cash flow. And that's what the model in the Airbnb space does. And this video is brought to you by our Real Estate Ignition Inner Circle, which is a mastermind group we created to help students get success more quickly, to give them access to us and our minds to help them get their questions answered so they can start generating revenue and making money. And if that's you and you're interested in something like that, click the link below in the description. We can have our team hop on the phone with you and explain what the Inner Circle looks like and see if you're a good fit. And as always, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and turn on that bell notification so you get notified every single time we do a video. Now let's go. When managing a short-term rental or an Airbnb property, as people say, there's really 5 categories you have to look at. Each one of these 5 categories play a major role in the success of running a short-term rental. And if you're thinking about getting in this game, or you've got in the game and it's not going very well, maybe you're neglecting one of these areas. But if you're just about to get in, I don't want you to neglect any of them, because I've neglected some of them and it's cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. So do not neglect any one of these. The very first thing you have to focus on is furnishing. Furnishing the property is of utmost importance. Where you place the couches, what kind of beds, how big those beds are, the artwork, all of the furnishings of the property. The kitchen, are there silverware, cups, plates, coffee makers, all coffee cups, all the things you need. Furnishing is a key piece, and it's usually the first piece. It's where you start, because when you take over a property, most of the time it's not furnished. So you need to furnish a property in order to leverage a short-term rental, unless you're going to use your own property. So some people want to use their own house to leverage the short-term game, and you can certainly do that. A lot of people are nervous, by the way, just to rent out their home. Like, I just don't know if I want people, in my bedroom and that kind of stuff. What a lot of people do is they lock their master bedroom, and let's say they have 2 other bedrooms. You can just rent it out as a 2-bedroom and lock off that master bedroom and not leverage that specific bedroom. You can turn a short-term rental any certain way. However, the furnishing has to be on point, because as I've mentioned before, pictures are so important when booking, and furnishing turns up those pictures. So the very first area is making sure it's furnished well, making sure it's furnished in a welcoming way. Is it a place I would want to come and make home, or does it feel stiff and like not really a place to sit on? Quite frankly, this is why I'm not a great big fan of modern furniture in Airbnbs. Modern furniture kind of look cool, but it's not comfortable. People don't want to sit on it. That's why I like more home feel when you're coming to Airbnbs, because people want to come and they want to make it feel like a home. And that's why you want stuff that makes it feel like a home and that is welcoming. And that's key in picking your furnishing. And that's the first category you have to focus on. The second thing you have to focus on is booking. You got to get guests, or else you're not going to make any money. So you've got to focus on booking. And booking comes a couple different ways. As I mentioned earlier, the number one thing that drives booking is obviously people finding you when they search. The second thing is the photos you post. Because think about it. If I go to VRBO or Airbnb and I search short-term rental in Palm Springs, California, and you have a place in Palm Springs, your place could come up. But if the pictures aren't on point, I'm not going to book it. So the first thing is I got to find you. The second thing is I have to like what I see when I find you. So bookings are 2 different categories. I got to be findable and I got to be likable. It's kind of like dating. You got to be findable and you got to be likable, or you ain't sealing the deal. It's the same thing with Airbnb. You got to be findable on these booking sites, but you also got to be likable, meaning the photos have to make you want to come and live there for a short period of time or a long period of time. So understanding the booking game, make sure you're leveraging all the sites that exist. My 4 favorite sites are airbnb.com, vrbo.com, furnishfinders.com, and booking.com. Those are my 4 favorite booking sites. Make sure those booking sites are on your wheel, but when they get there and they find your property, got to make sure those photos are on point so that they want to come stay at your place. So the very first category, remember, we've got to furnish it well, then we got to get some bookings. The third category is managing the cleanings. And I know this might seem like not a very big deal, but think about a hotel. A big portion of their staff is cleaning staff, being able to clean all the rooms. It's the same thing for an Airbnb. You've got to have a cleaning team that is going to manage the cleaning well. So when people get there, the place is clean. There's not hair and dirt balls and stuff on the floor, and the bathroom sinks aren't wiped down and everything. You don't want people coming into a place like that. Your third area of management is cleaning, and let me tell you, it's a very, very, very important one. You need to have a good cleaning team that can come in after every single guest. And let me tell you one thing about this cleaning team. You need to be talking with them all the time, because here's the thing. Guest moves out on Thursday and another one's coming in Friday. You have to have them slid in right in the exact moment to clean. And then let's say they're only staying Friday to Sunday. Then you have to have them clean on Sunday. And then you got a guest coming on Wednesday. They have to come on Tuesday to clean. You have to have, sometimes they'll be there 2 and 3 times a week to clean your property. So you have to make sure you are positioning yourself with cleaners, and they have all of the calendar. They need to see the calendar too, so they know when to schedule people to come clean your property. The fourth area is maintenance. Maintenance is the idea that we just have to make sure everything is fixed. If we have leaky faucets, leaky toilets, an air conditioner that won't stop running, or a heat that won't work, or thermostats that don't work, or door handles that are loose, or cabinet doors that are loose, all of that thing falls under the maintenance category, but it's a big area of management to make sure you're doing these correctly. Every time your cleaner comes in, I want my cleaners looking for things that are not really good so that they can call the maintenance team. But your maintenance team is a big piece to your success as running a short-term rental. Because most of the time, people running short-term rentals, they don't live in the area. They might have a second place down the road. That might happen. But a lot of times it's people either that want to short-term rental their place out while they go away for a portion of the year, or it's people that bought a place specifically for Airbnb, but they don't live close to there. And sometimes, even if they do live close to there, they don't want to maintain that property, and maybe you don't either, and I would suggest you don't. Meaning, you got to have a maintenance team. You got to have a maintenance team that knows what they're doing, that can come in, and this can just be a handyman. It could just be a handyman that is a really, really good at just kind of a Swiss Army knife, as it were, of fixing all kinds of little things. If there's a broken window or this or that, he can just, or she can just fix all that. You need a maintenance team or somebody that can come in and tweak that to make sure your property is ready every single time you turn over to a new guest. And the fifth part of management is what I call guest management. Guest management is managing the entire experience that a guest works with you. That's everything from the first time they reach out to ask you questions about your place, to the time they check in, to their stay, to the time they check out. Managing, and then after they check out, the review. Managing that experience is majorly important when you're working with guests. So you have to work with a guest and make sure they get responses within 24 hours is our rule. Every time a guest reaches out, hey, I saw your place on Airbnb or VRBO or wherever. I really like it, but it looks like it only has, it doesn't have a coffee maker. Does it have a coffee maker? Believe me, you're gonna get some weird questions. I had one guy call and say, I'm looking at your place, but I just need to make sure it has a pizza pan. Like, who in the heck asked that if it has a pizza pan? But that was important to him. Apparently, he was going to come in town and have some pizza. But the point is, you're going to get every sort of little question. You want to answer those within 24 hours or have somebody answer those within 24 hours. That's part of guest management. Then right before they check in, the day before they check in, making sure they get all their details. Their login codes to get into the door, or where the keys are to unlock the door, or when they come in, how to manage their experience, meaning Wi-Fi. That's a big one. Everybody wants to know where the Wi-Fi is, right? Do you have a Roku television, and are all of the streaming apps already logged in, or do they need to log into their own? When they get in there, having a guest book. A guest book. We actually have a QR code where they scan that code and it goes to a list down a page of things that just of things of the property. Make sure this happens, and make sure if you want to turn the Wi-Fi on, here's the code. If you want some good restaurants in the area, here's some good restaurants, but that's right on that guest book on a QR code they can just scan. But that's managing the guest experience. Guest management is the number one reason your Airbnb will grow. Because right when you put it on these sites, you'll get some inquiries pretty quick. But then to get it to grow, you need to have great guest experiences. Then once they check out, the last thing you do is you ask all of them for a review. We'd love a review of how you loved our place. We're just trying to continue to get this in front of more people, and you ask them for a review. That's another way to make sure you manage the guest and just thank them for coming. Thank you so much for coming to our place. We'd love to have you back. And if you'd love to leave us a review, we really thrive off those reviews. That would be great. Again, that's guest management, right? Managing the entire experience when a guest is in your property. Airbnb is a great place to generate revenue, but if you don't do these things, it's going to cost you thousands of dollars. So please manage these well. Work with a property manager if you're not ready to take this on so you can make money in this amazing, lucrative industry called the short-term rental market. And again, make sure you click the link below if you're interested in joining our Real Estate Ignition Inner Circle or want some more information. We want to continue to grow this inner circle with people that want to do real estate. And I'll tell you, we guard this group pretty heavily because we want to make sure you're a good fit, but we also want to protect. This is our family. We're helping students really get deals done. If you want to join this and really have some guides and experts alongside as you build your real estate portfolio, start generating money, this is a great group for you. Click that link. You can hop on the phone with our team, and we'd love to tell you a little bit more about it and see if you're a great fit. And as always, make sure you watch more of our videos. We have loads of videos on our channel around Airbnb, short-term rentals, buying real estate, investing in multifamily. Make sure you find the videos that fit you so you can see success come even sooner. I'll see you in the next one.